Hi, this is Laura Reeds. Unfortunately, she's at work, trying to get overtime in before LSCC, con this weekend in London. I'm her husband Scott, and I'm going to be reading a comic in her stead. I hope that's okay. Laura normally uses this time to review comics that aren't that as well known, or that she just thoroughly enjoys. I have decided to stick with what I know. I'm going to read the Batman Arkham Knight tie-in. Quite a nice splashy cover there. Old Batman. Yeah, I know video games and comic books. That's my field, so I'm just going to stick with what I know, as I said. Now, it is written by a man called Peter J. Tomasi. He is credited with a lot of Green Lantern works, like Brightest Day, Blackest Night. He's done a couple of Batman team-ups from what I'm aware of, and a few other things. It's quite good. Art Thibert is the artist of this, along with a Victor Bogdanovic. Art Thibert has done a few Teen Titans and Hawkmans, so yeah, let's get started, shall we? I've got the cover art here. We've got Arkham Knight and Batman with some explosions and obviously destroyed Gotham in the background. Looking to a good start. Right, starting off basically immediately after Arkham City, it looks like. It's got Batman walking out with the Joker. Ooh. He immediately gets electrocuted by the Electrocutioner. For those who don't know, he was in one of the Arkham spin-offs, Arkham Origins. It wasn't made by the same people who did Arkham Asylum and Arkham City, but obviously comic books are trying to tie in all this and make sure it's canon. Got some new and improved gloves. References the fact that Batman stole his gloves off his corpse. It's not the same guy. It's someone who worked for the Electrocutioner. Oh, got the Arkham Knight walking in. Alright, he's done the traditional villain thing of walking in and killing the other villain. I believe that is a trope known as "and he kicked the puppy too." Just proving he's evil by killing other evil, to make sure people know he's definitely evil. And it cuts ahead to Batman having 12 hours sleep. That is rare. For those who don't read Batman, he basically spends all of his time fighting Gotham until he's too broken to continue. Goes into rehab for a little bit with broken arms, legs, sometimes a spine. Comes out, obviously, because he's completely recuperated and basically owns Gotham for a while until he needs a nap. Ooh, creepy. You get to see the start of the autopsy on the Joker. Part way through, they start hearing maniacal laughter, because there is a flash drive inside his body, and immediately it starts spraying gas everywhere. Traditional Joker gas, laughing, bleeding from the mouth and nose, with a little bot that says, "Do not open till Christmas." Very Joker. A quick cut back to Batman fighting crime. Bruce Wayne just doing his Bruce Wayne thing, trying to prove that Arkham City was a bad idea. Yeah, the idea behind Arkham City was to lock all of Gotham's criminals into a sector of the city. Not a good idea. I don't know how anyone got on board with this, but they did. Oh, Joker sending a video from the dead. Penguin there with his two one-armed goons. In the video games, you fight these two big bruisers with one arms who Batman has trouble taking out unless you know how to flip over them. It's nice to see characters from the video game just standing around with the comics chatting to, I believe it's, yeah, the Penguin. Joker seems to be offering his body as a reward as long as Harley Quinn gets it to the tune of $100 million. You see, considering all the bank heists of his that Batman's failed, I don't know where he gets all his money. Investments. Not sure. Maybe he owns stock in Wayne Enterprises. That would be ironic. It's got Batman going into the old Arkham Asylum building, completely abandoned now. And it's, the Arkham Knight is tracking him down. Yeah, the whole place is wired with explosives. The Arkham Knight wants to be the one to take Batman down. Again, in that traditional villain fashion, he'll even save his life if he has to, but, you know, he has to be the one to bring him down. Arkham Knight finds the Joker's diary. Joker keeps a diary. What do you even write in there? I suppose he has to rehearse material, I suppose. Ooh, back to the Scarecrow. Which, if you remember him from Arkham Asylum, the first video game, he kind of just had a sort of a bit part where he'd inject Batman with fear toxin, and then Batman would basically just win every time. And then I believe he was snapped up by Killer Croc in the sewers. And then you don't see him. And I think there's a brief hint of him in Arkham City, where you see him, like a little Easter egg of him standing on top of something far away. And then now he's just coming back, sort of all badass and stuff, looking a bit rotted underneath his mask and everything. Ooh. Final word, the last will and testament of the Joker. And then it cuts to whatever the next comic's going to be. Video game tie-ins have always been interesting to expand on a universe that already exists. But the Batman Arkham ones and the Injustice ones have been particularly successful. I believe the Injustice comics ran for some time. I think it's still going. The art in it is good, pretty standard stuff. Nothing really pops out at me though. It's not trying to use any sort of new techniques, unfortunately. It's just sort of showing what we already know and doing that. I mean, the cover art, I think, is actually probably the best art in the entire thing, and it's not even done by the same people who did the art for the comic. It's got loads of epic Batman moments, you know, freezing a guy's face, punching him down, surviving an explosion, borrowing clothes from another man. You know, it's got Joker moments, you know, people doing an autopsy, even the Joker's prepared for that with gas and laughter. It's got the Arkham Knight. I haven't seen much of the Arkham Knight. I will say this, there is no hint of who he could be in this, except that he wants to take down the Batman. To the point when he would save the Batman's life to make sure he can be the one to take him down. He's obviously not afraid to kill. Not going to try and speculate as to who he is in this video because there are so many ideas as to who he is. It's a good tie-in. Lines up neatly with the video games. Fits in nicely. You're getting a good time frame. There's more to come. I recommend it. If you're into Batman comics, I'd recommend going for some of DC's mainstream works. But if you're primarily just interested in the video games, it's a good little buy. Well worth it. Terrible at this.